You're listening to The Positive Professional with me, Tracy Yvonne.
Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 37. Today I'm going to talk about what does it mean to push yourself beyond your comfort zone and defining your personal values. Now, everyone has a place that we call the comfort zone. It's comfortable, familiar, and safe. However, your comfort zone can become a hindrance to your success, especially if you remain stuck there for too long. And sure, you feel secure, but sometimes it also makes you feel trapped. When you're working on your goals and procrastination starts to creep in, you might hear someone say, "Get out of your comfort zone." And that can be a slap in the face and make you feel uncomfortable. Getting out of your comfort zone may require you doing something that you're not confident in attempting, or perhaps doing gives the rise to uncomfortable emotions such as fear or embarrassment. Growth begins when you step out of your comfort zone. You will then see more doors of opportunity opening before your eyes. And these hidden opportunities cannot be seen until the effort is made. Often they're not even recognized at the time, and they're only appreciated from a looking back position. Now let's be honest, we all need to feel calm and safe. We also need to break free and try new things. However, there is no growth, only stagnation. And you will increase productivity and achievement when you step out of your comfortable place. When you stay in your safe cocoon, you fail to feel the excitement of doing new things. So you fall back to just performing at a minimal level, and that gets the job done, but no more. When you push yourself beyond your comfort zone, you activate that sense of urgency one feels when beating deadlines and expectations. You get more done in less time, and you find smarter ways to do your tasks. Going outside of your comfort zone requires taking risks and dealing with uncertainty, and that's what will prepare you to face unexpected changes in the future. So how can you get out of your comfort zone? The first is to take the first step. It's the most difficult part, right? Taking that first step to go beyond your comfortable limits. But if you just do it, if you take courage and believe that you can do more, you can start to build momentum and keep moving. You only have to be brave for about 30 seconds, enough to take that initial plunge. And when you have taken the first step, you'll know that you really can do it, and the rest will come naturally. But you just need that first push. And pushing yourself beyond your comfortable limits can be difficult, especially if you made a long-term habit of playing safe. Finding a compelling reason to do so will keep you motivated and driven to do things that you're afraid of, and to be comfortable in being uncomfortable. Finding your why will help to keep you on track and to help you to go through those challenges along the way. It's also going to remind you of your purpose of your journey and to keep your motivation fire-stoked. We often stay in our comfort zone because we're afraid to do things that are not normal to us. Yet when you see that you're not achieving things in life as much as you hope for, your self-esteem does take a hit. In reality, what you need to do is expand your personal boundaries and feel the pride that comes within it. The only way to overcome your fear is to do what you're scared of repeatedly and deliberately. Face your fears, and you'll realize that it often comes with a feeling of exhilaration. And that's what you should bank on so you can get past of what holds you back. The most of the things that we fear are emotional, such as fear of failing, ridicule, or criticism. So take a reality check. None of these are physical dangers that can result in death or injury. So care less about others' responses and just do it. And for maximum benefit, pushing yourself outside your comfort zone should become your new normal. To make coming out of your comfort zone a habit, do something new every day and change your routine. Try taking a new route or mode of transportation to work, or perhaps eat at a new restaurant, or try a different meal. Observe your surroundings more diligently and see what you may have missed before. When you get used to trying out new things, you'll be surprised at how changes become less intimidating and getting out of your comfort zone becomes easier. Pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone can do wonders in your life, helping you to achieve your goals and make your dreams a reality. But balance is essential, so don't overdo it. And it's important to have a space where you can be emotionally safe and comfortable and where you can process your experiences. So make a cycle out of advancing and then retreating and relaxing. And in the next segment, I'm going to talk about defining your personal values. Today's episode is brought to you by Ivy Elite Training. Are you looking for low-cost professional development workshops, topics like emotional intelligence, diversity and inclusion, and more? Then visit www.ivyelitetraining.com. That's www.ivyelitetraining.com. So let's get into defining your personal values. Personal values are ethical principles that form your internal beliefs about what is good and what is important to you. They are what you stand for, your viewpoints, and outlook on life. They define you as a person, guide you in your decision making, and help determine how to conduct yourself. You manifest them in your personality traits, the way you behave alone and with others. Is it possible to define your personal values? Of course, but few take time for conscious reflection to do so. And most of our personal values have developed unconsciously and automatically, and many of them are truly not ours. They are a conglomerate of what was impressed upon us in our informative years, modified by our own experiences as we progress through life. Sometimes our values can be an absolute rejection of what our early experiences were. Values of this nature are often formed or determined, often due to abusive or uncaring beginnings. Personal values provide us with our understanding of what is right and what is wrong, also known as our moral compass. It's called our conscience, and it speaks to us, whether it condemns or praises us. Question: does it bother you if you don't tell the truth? If so, you have a guilty conscience, and it acts as your judge to keep your behaviors aligned to your personal values. So what are some moral values that you think will influence your priorities in life? Well, there are a couple that I'll talk about. It could be love, honesty, forgiveness, freedom, self-control, courage, humility, equality, acceptance, kindness, generosity, integrity, and resilience. So what are the steps in defining your core values? You should always be aware of what you're doing as you're doing it. You may encounter many situations every day that cause you to react or say something. Don't dive into them immediately with an unconscious response. Momentarily stand back and assess what's best for you to do for a particular circumstance. You have the intelligence, so use it and not your instinct. You should use your superego, and that's known as Freud's psychoanalytic theory of personality, to act morally. Is it wise to think, go with your heart, or if you feel it's right, then do it? Not always, because this line of thinking can prove to be treacherous. You're acting with your emotion, and that is unreliable. It's actually not thinking, but non-thinking. On the other hand, your values are the products of your thinking ability, of your reasoning power. It is what you decide to do, and not what your primitive, impulsive, and instinctive gut is telling you to do. So what motivates you to tell the truth? Is it to continue the values which your parents taught you from childhood, or do you get self-satisfaction when you're honest in all your dealings? When you understand the reason why you act the way that you do, then your values become more structured and clearer to you. The feeling of guilt tells you that your conscience is sensitive to your wrongdoing. Otherwise, you will not feel anything when you lie. It's a sign that urges you to correct a mistake that you made. So listen to your conscience, And when you do, you further develop that ideal trait. And you also need to learn to identify your options, to lie or to not to lie, to be noble or to be dishonest. Those are your options. Then weigh the pros and cons of your options. Just knowing right from wrong is not enough. You need to follow through with the idea with action. And it's important that you understand and appreciate the benefits of being honest and the consequences of being dishonest. When you reflect on the mistakes of your younger years, you learn life lessons. Why? You will have been in a situation where you made a poor choice and suffered the consequences. Have you been grounded by your parents for being late? And in the same manner as an adult, when you're reporting late to your job, you must accept the consequences of your actions. Now, your boss might be very angry or dissatisfied with your job performance. If tardiness is a habit, you might lose your job in the end. You can resolve to improve yourself by getting up early, maybe using an alarm clock, and better manage your time so you won't need to rush. The values you're nurturing are punctuality and time management and respect for others. So to wrap things up, why is it important to have well-defined moral values? It is said that social values are changing with time. Maybe for some, but not for all. This is a subjective call because everyone's memory is imperfect. What really matters is your values. If you become successful, will you disregard your values such as courage and resiliency, which help to get you where you are now? The answer lies within you. But remember that a strong person possesses deep-rooted moral values that don't shift on a whim.
Thanks for joining me today. I look forward to you tuning in to another episode. Make sure that you've subscribed to this podcast and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Stay safe and be well.